Hello everyone, Leah here. In today's video, we're talking about anxiety, but before we do that, let me show you the supplies I'm using. This is the Stonehenge 600 GSM watercolor paper. I am going to be using for my color palette the autumn themed one that I assembled myself with Romish Schmalz watercolors. I'm also going to be using a variety of paintbrush sizes and shapes, along with a palette knife. I will be painting on the loose sheet paper, so I'm taping it down, and I might be using some salt. Okay, I'm using salt. And last but not least, I am really enjoying using pencils and markers and stuff in my painting, so I will probably be using these as well. In today's video, I want to talk about seasonal anxiety, and that's not to be confused with seasonal affective disorder, which is otherwise known as SAD. SAD is a type of depression that occurs about the same time every year during fall and winter months primarily, where you have low energy, you feel sluggish, and you sleep more than normal. You have a loss in interest in the things that you enjoy, you have difficulty concentrating, and you even have feelings of hopelessness and worthlessness. Now, if this feels similar to you, and it feels like this might be something that you are affected by, I recommend reaching out to a doctor. Now, I am not a doctor, so I want to make that very clear, but I do want to talk about seasonal anxiety, which can also be called holiday anxiety. As the holiday seasons start, anxiety can really start to rise. And when I say the word holiday, what comes to mind? I think of relaxation and calmness. Now, when I say the word holiday season, now what do you think? Because I think of countless social obligations, overcrowded stores, busy streets, annoying holiday music that just does not calm you whatsoever when you're standing in line and you're thinking, what the frack? Why is this line not moving at all? I feel my inner introvert monologue starting to recite all the reasons why being around so many people is awkward and uncomfortable, and how my anxiety spikes. We all have our own triggers. This is what I mean when I say seasonal anxiety. That there are this pressure to always be present and on, to smile and be at a level 100 of energy, where the thought of having to be around a lot of people makes the room feel smaller. That feeling in the back of your skull that starts to tingle. Your breath gets shorter, your fingers feel shaky, and your soul is saying that something is wrong, but it doesn't know what it is, and we need to flee. Anxiety that is triggered by seasonal holiday shit. Excuse the word if you're not comfortable with that. But fall is this time of the year that is actually full of so much magic. The trees are changing colors. The air becomes this crisp scent. Though fall also means Thanksgiving and the holidays. It's normal to feel stress and anxiety during this time. There is the pressure financially, gift giving, hosting parties, going to parties, family and social expectations, as well as expectations that we may place on ourselves. Luckily, there are ways that you can de-stress and reduce your anxiety at this time of year. My all-time go-to is healing with art, which has many options within it. One of those options is that you can dedicate 10 to 30 minutes a day to expressive work and do that in your art journal. Or you can dedicate an hour or more a week to creating a single painting about something that you love, like say flowers or landscapes, cats, dogs, characters from books you read, actors you adore, and so forth. You can also use art as a way to center yourself prior to going out to a social event, as well as decompressing when you've come home from said social event. Especially, when you feel like your nerves are at this heightened level after being in such a social environment and engaging with so many people. Art doesn't have to be your only approach to healing this season, though. In fact, I recommend finding a balance, a combination of something along with art that really helps balance everything out for you. And it'll be an individual choice. You'll find your own balance, but I suggest trying several of the things that I'm suggesting in this video. And, you never know. Maybe all of them will work, or maybe one or two will be your thing. Something that is not art related is you can read a book. I'm really into reading fall rom-coms right now. But if you're really into mystery and that's your thing, do it. Reading a good book can really help de-stress and really let go of the outside world problems. Being able to escape into a new world will help your soul. It really is a calming experience. Something else that you can do is watch movies from your childhood that not only feed that nostalgic drive that this season can create, but also makes you smile and laugh still. They are classics for a reason. Enjoy them. Or binge watch your comfort TV show. For some of us, that might be your fave reality TV show or Game of Thrones. I don't know. Binge whatever gives you comfort, be that a 90s sitcom or the full 22,000 seasons of NCIS. When the days aren't preparing us for winter and the sun is actually warm and the weather is really good outside, go for a little walk. Social media accounts right now are filled with people going on adventurous trails and posting unrealistically picture-perfect images of said glorious nature walks. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't feel like you need to go and do that. Instead, just go for a walk around your neighborhood. If you want to go on an adventure, go on one. Have a day and explore. Or take 10 minutes, 30 minutes, walk around your neighborhood, see how fall is changing everything around you. Even pick up a few beautiful fallen leaves on your path while you do that. I myself have been really enjoying going on my normal walks with my dog and finding leaves on the ground, and even this one tree in the neighborhood that I'm obsessed with. And the other day, it had the perfect leaf and it was right outside of my reach, and I tried to jump for it to see if I could get it to fall. It didn't. The tree kept it. But the point is, go out in nature, experience the wonders around you. By being out in nature, in fresh air, it can help lower blood pressure, it can help decompress, and it can help relax us. Now, the holiday season takes us out of our regularly scheduled lives. It changes our timetables, and that can cause some serious anxiety for some of us. Which is why doing things that brings us comfort can really help balance it out. Now, something else that you can do that can really help with right now and in this season is just taking some time to be alone. That alone time can be you sitting down and working with your art in your art journal if you are able to have that alone time, or taking some time to watch a movie or an episode of your favorite show. But sometimes, depending on our living arrangements or family situations, we aren't always able to be alone for a long period of time. And that's okay. Just finding some alone time, I think this season will be really helpful. And that alone time can be found in a room that you find soothing. Like, say, for example, you find your bedroom to be the perfect relaxation zone. Take some time, put on some music if you'd like, and just relax while you're in there. Or if you aren't really into having the music on because your life right now in the holiday season is nonstop customers, thousands of them a day and you're talking nonstop and really you just need the silence, that's okay as well. Take 10 minutes to focus on your breathing, and that will very much help with reducing anxiety at this time. Another thing that you can do if you are not into actively meditating with an affirmation is just to take a few seconds out of your day to sit still, to close your eyes, to take a deep breath in and focus on your breathing, on the in and out. And through all of this, I want you to remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish. You can say no. And I know it's not always going to be easy to say no to doing a social thing because of the whole FOMO. I understand the FOMO, but if you have already had a really rough week or you have been on the go nonstop, it's okay to say no and just be like, you know what? I'm going to have to miss this holiday event. I know a part of me is really going to miss hanging out with my friends this weekend or seeing them at this party, but I need to put myself first, and that is okay. I also recognize that not everybody has the opportunity and privilege to sit down for a few hours a week and make art. You have other obligations that take up a lot of your time, but seasonal anxiety is really taking a toll on you. So I want you guys to maybe perhaps try some of these things as well. They are small, easy steps that you can take on a daily basis that'll just help bring it in and kind of add balance to your days. First things first is don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes to an hour. That might not be easy for some of us because of our work. You might actually work in a business where you have to do social media for a company, or you need to do social media for your own business. But during this season, when your anxiety is heightened, try to actually spend the first moments of your day not with your phone. Also, if you'd like to make it easier, I suggest tracking how much water you drink in a day. Make it something that's fun to do. Like give yourself stickers. So for every glass of water you have or every bottle of water you drink, put it on your day planner. Personally, I have found having an affirmation, a mantra, an inspirational quote that I can recite to myself on a daily basis has really helped as well. Having this ability to have something to focus on when you start to feel like your anxiety is spiking can help focus your mind and give you something else to think of when it's happening. I also really like having something that I call a doodle book. It's a tiny little 3x5 little tiny sketchbook that I keep in my purse or in my backpack wherever I go. And all I do is when I have a few seconds to myself or I'm starting to feel like my anxiety is spiking, I flip it out and I draw random shapes, lines, swirls, doodles, scribbles, anything that'll help focus your mind on that task versus the voice in your head that is telling you that, you can't do this, you need to get out, whatever your anxiety brain is telling you. Having this activity in my pocket that I can pull out and do is very helpful. Another thing that I do find useful is having a game on my phone. I know I just said, don't focus on your phone first thing in the morning. But I'm talking about during the day when you're at work or you're sitting on the couch and you need a moment to breathe. Finding a game on your phone that will help you turn your brain off from the countless reliving the day or a moment that really spiked your anxiety or anything like that will be really helpful. And have simple games. Be a game like you really like or something that you enjoyed 10 years ago, like Candy Crush or Angry Birds or anything like that. By creating daily activities of things that you can do, it'll create a system for you to have that you can rely on. This system will eventually become like a daily ritual. Because of seasonal holiday changes, our seasonal anxiety can be triggered because our daily rituals are different, because of our everyday scheduling has changed. By creating a ritual out of these activities that can bring calm, that can reduce your anxiety, will start to bring back that normalcy from what was going on in our lives pre this uptick in activity. And I know the last few years has been very different for our daily lives and how we interact with a bunch of people because of COVID. And this year, it really feels like life is starting to actually go back to what it was like pre-COVID. A lot more people are getting together now. People are feeling more comfortable being around others in big groups. And that too can bring a whole lot of anxiety for those of us who deal with anxiety on a daily basis and heighten seasonal anxiety. Remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to do what you need to do. It may feel selfish, but self-care is not selfish. How will you be taking care of yourself this holiday season? Are you going to be doing some daily doodles in a doodle book? Are you going to dedicate some hours out of your week to creating a painting? Or are you going to be doing expressive work in your art journal? Or are you going to be like me and you're going to make it a mixture of all these activities, painting, expressive work, some alone time with music, reading some books and really diving into different worlds and experiencing your childhood nostalgic movies? If you feel like I've missed some great ways that you find work during seasonal anxiety heightened periods, share it in the comments section below. Let's have this video be a resource for everyone where we can share and help one another during this time of year. Now, I am about to reach the end of this video, and I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this discussion. I hope this video does help all of you. And please remember that this is a safe space. So if somebody does share a story or any tips that they find help them, be respectful to one another. If you have found that there are any supplies that I used today that you really found that you really liked, I will leave some links in the description below. These links are affiliate links with Jackson. And what I like about Jackson and their affiliate program is that if you purchase an item through one of my links, it's at no extra cost to you. And it really helps this channel continue to grow and provide with you guys some great materials to help you on your journey through healing with art. Now, before we get to the very end of this video, let's take a moment to clear our minds, focus on some positivity. Take a deep breath in as we bring that positivity in and release the air and shake out any negativity that we may be holding on to. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath in. Release that air. Shake out your fingers, your limbs, your whole body. Alrighty, guys. We have reached the end. Thank you so much. And until next time, stay magical.